Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Black Friday, and the stock market is open. And MSTR is trying to have itself a day. Uh, Needless to say, up $24 today, up 6.47% right now. I'm looking at both of the charts here. I've been trading both of these today, MSTR and MSTY. Remember, MSTY is the high income option income strategy ETF managed by YieldMax, and then MicroStrategy is just the direct underline of this fund. We we've had a pullback, right? It looks like I think we got up to close to 540 on MSTR. Robinhood doesn't do a great job on this chart of kind of displaying that, but the 52-week high was 543, which was just recently hit. It might have been a couple. It might have been back here around November 20th. But needless to say, we had a nice little pullback for sure. Dropped as low as 340. Dropping from 540 to 340 is pretty massive. But today it looks like it's trying to rally back up 6% today. It is Friday, the last day of November. So looks like it's trying to finish the month strong. Coming out after the market being closed yesterday. I'm sure there were a lot of people trying to get some trades off yesterday during the holiday, but they had to wait until today. But yeah, needless to say, both of these funds, technically this isn't a fund. I mean, it's a fund because they're doing some innovative stuff in the background. They're using leverage to buy Bitcoin, stuff like that. They're a software company first, but then they're replacing their cash position with Bitcoin instead of cash, like a lot of other companies and stocks do. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy is kind of leading that space. Whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, we'll see. Yeah. So do with that as you will. Definitely do your research and learn a little bit more about what they're doing before investing into their company, because you're not only investing into MicroStrategy, you're kind of investing into their Bitcoin proxy play as well. And then YieldMax, definitely understand your risk with YieldMax and MSTY specifically, because year to date it's up 76% versus 495%. These charts aren't the greatest. For one, it was listed in February 22nd, so it's not a full year. But then also this chart does not include dividends, which this fund is paying out a massive amount of dividends. Their most recent payment was over $4, so you can see that's huge chunk of their NAV price there. There's some resources out there that kind of illustrate what the return would be if you reinvested your dividends. Definitely go check those out. I've used totalrealreturns.com, but the last time I checked yesterday, their app was down. So if there's any other ones, definitely let me know. But yeah, so this is a high income play. There's multiple other instruments like MSTZ, which is the inverse fund, which is probably getting crushed today. Yep, down below $1.89. Someone mentioned in my YouTube comments MSTU. Yep, so it's a 2x long position of MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy is up 6%. This one is up 13%. I think there's another one like MSTX maybe. Yeah, so same thing. Another 2x leverage. Is just managed by a different fund manager. Same kind of idea though. It gets reset daily. So just kind of make sure you understand it's not exactly 2x leveraged of MSTR, because that gets reset daily. And the reason they do that is if MSTR pulls back 40, 50%, if it was 2x leverage, like you would go to zero pretty much. So they have to reset it daily. That's kind of the whole idea there. But yeah, I scalped some MSTY. I'm trying to build out this position a little bit. So I bought a couple hundred shares. It's ran up, ever since the open. It's ran up a good bit. So there's even a lot of volatility even in this high income play. Like if you would have purchased it right at open 35.26, it's already up past 36.08. So you could have made over $70 if you would have purchased 100 shares. and then you could have essentially sold off 98 shares and then just kept the profit within. So then now you have 2 shares of MSTY. That's kind of how I've been trying to build out these positions, not just solely dollar cost averaging into them, but just kind of trading them on these peaks and valleys, getting in and out, and then just kind of leaving my profit within. So if I make $25, $50, $75, instead of taking that profit out, I'll just sell 99 shares or 98 shares and just keep those 2 shares to kind of compound and work for me there. Just with current prices right now, I mean, it's hard to really justify purchasing at these levels. Who knows if we continue to go up, or who knows if we continue to go down. MSTR has had a tremendous year. Are they going to be able to continually sustain this? Who knows? But I know one thing: I don't want to be buying at the top because I have FOMO, and I just want high income dividends. So that's why I'm kind of strategically building out this position here. Currently $36. So yeah, do with as you will. Let me know what you think down below. Another way you can kind of play this fund is you could sell covered calls on this this instrument. There's not much volume, but it does look like there are some open interest. It looks like some people are actively trading options on this fund. So that's another option as well if you want to kind of look at that. But yeah, I don't have hardly any money on Robinhood, just because I prefer other platforms to use. Wow, it is just rocking and rolling. 36.10, I just saw it hit. But I do have like $1,000 maybe on Robinhood that I just kind of scalp and buy some 0 DTE options and stuff like that. But I do most of my trading and stuff like that on Fidelity and bigger brokerages. I'm testing out Schwab. So those are the two main ones I use. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below. Are you happy with the run up today? Obviously, if you're a shareholder of MSTR or MSTY, then yeah, you definitely love these days. It's hard to really chase. You don't really want to chase it too much. But yeah, do with that as you will. Do your own research, not financial advice here. But yeah, guys, please like, subscribe down below. We did just cross that 2,000 level for subscribers, so we really appreciate that. And as always, please stay tuned for more content. We're going to continue to push out more content regarding the yield max funds, as well as some of the other underlying assets, and then as well as different option trading strategies that I like to use to kind of supplement my long-term portfolio.